Hello, welcome to the third episode of the On the Chase podcast. As always, I'm your host, Alex Garris. Joining me today is Layton and Andrew, as apparently also are always. How are you guys?
Doing pretty good, Gerds. How are you doing?
I'm
not
good.
bad. Who knows?
Today
Maybe this
we're
cast will change.
Maybe someday, possibly.
maybe probably not. We'll see. So today we're gonna start talking. We're gonna start off with something I realized we missed on the last one. We never talked about the Halloween promos, so we're gonna start with that. Then we're gonna talk about we should talk about Worlds first, probably. Then we're gonna talk about the Battle Simulator, and then we're gonna touch briefly on states, which is as of us recording this next weekend, 2 weekends, I guess, technically. So, yeah, let's start with those. Because I totally had forgotten that they did holiday promos and that they were generally so good until they revealed those, and I was like, those are so good.
Yeah, we're talking about the Barrier Shadows and I'm trying to
Maria
remember the
Bell.
other one. Maria Bella. Yeah, no, they're fantastic. Oh my God, I need a playset of that Barrier Shadows. Even if I don't play them in a deck, I need 4 of them.
I think they're still relevant. And I think Maria Bello is still mildly relevant.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, somewhat.
I mean, compared to last year.
Yes, compared to last year's.
Compared to last.
Well, Glinda was played because Grim was still a deck then, and they usually played like a 1 or 2
Not
of.
really. Yeah, like
I
one or
mean, it
two
was
of.
like a 1 or 2 of, so it was kind of worth. But like Vampire Staff and Joan of Arc really didn't see any play. Just kind of a bummer because the art is so nice on them.
Hmm. I loved those. The Joan of Arc ones are just amazing. I'm
Oh
excited
yeah,
for
they.
the Christmas ones now because I totally forgot that they did those.
Yeah,
And
I'm
they're
Trying to
excited
so
as well.
find the uh previews of what the promos look like. I can't remember what they look like.
It's on the Facebook page.
Yeah,
Well,
just go on the
I was
Facebook
looking at
page
the actual page.
No, on their Facebook page, just go through their pictures and they're
I'm too busy
somewhere in
looking
here.
at looking up tangents because they are metric.
Oh, here they are.
I
They're
got
right.
cosines.
They.
It would be more Seekin, but yeah.
Oh, oh, jeez. It's right before the
Ooh.
Ubers for the force points. It was back then.
Oh my God, that Maribel is so adorable.
Dude, the Barrier Shadows with Dark Alice on it. I am
Also adorable.
all about it. Like totally about it. Need it. Need all of them.
Need all of them. Don't care how much it hurts the wallet. Just need them all.
I don't
Exactly.
think they'll be that much. Those promos have never been like backbreaking to get. So I don't.
I don't know. Glinda's were up there for a short time.
I mean, when they first came out, yeah, they were back. They were a little expensive. I remember. I don't remember how much. It was quite a while ago, but I do remember them being a little bit pricey when they first came out.
But yeah,
Uh,
those are adorable, and that makes me curious as to what they'll do for Christmas this year.
Yeah, I'm
yes,
super
those are
excited
what
then.
I'm super excited for. Oh, I didn't even see we got a bunch of art for Legacy Lost. Looking at it now, I
Did
see
we?
we got some. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
got.
quite a few.
Ooh, there's
Well,
okay.
let
We can talk
me.
about those too.
Yeah. You know what else?
Other
You know
thing,
what else?
just
There's
note.
the trailer. I'm looking on their page now. There's the trailer for the movie as well. We can
Yeah, I'm
talk
not gonna
about.
lie, I still haven't watched that. So
Really? You
you
haven't
guys
watched
can.
it?
Well,
All right, fine.
for
Well, I
those
guess
of
we'll
you
talk.
who
I mean, I could.
haven't watched it, it's it's the Cthulhu short.
Yeah, I guess we'll touch on it now while we're talking about it. I thought the art style was nice. I'm interested. Like, I get it. The Cthulhu are in Force of Will. I'm just interested to see how it ties into the lore of Force as we've seen it so far. I'm interested to see that.
Agreed.
Now, I don't think they're going to that much. I think it's supposed to be a standalone thing. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're doing different, I think even different studios for each
Yeah,
short,
it's
right? Cool.
yeah, if you ever saw Halo Legends, it's
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be done
that's exactly what I
similarly
was
to how they
thinking.
did it.
Where yeah, where it's like the different shorts and they all look different art style wise, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Nice. Well, I'd be
but
excited. I'm excited for
it
that.
seeing something come out for the movie makes me more interested in it than just saying, "Oh, it's coming," because that had me really worried. But now seeing that it's just going to
When
be a
it's supposed
bunch
to
of
be
different shorts,
2017, right?
I think,
You know, I mean, to be fair, at least we know more about it than the magic one.
yeah.
Very true. Very true.
But yeah. Anyway, let's take a gander at this Legacy Lost art because some of these are
Because I haven't looked at these yet. Well, the first one, starting from, uh, it looks like it's that dragon whose name I'm forgetting, but he sets up your stone.
Guardia.
Oh yeah.
That's what it
Yeah,
looks
he's
like.
I think so, yeah. He looks real upset.
Yeah, his. I
Apparently,
think
people
that
think that this is Gil for some reason. Looking at the comments, I mean, it could be. I don't really see any indication.
I don't see any indication either. I'm not sure where they're getting that, but
I mean, there could be something I missed that like
well,
confirmed
I
that he had it.
think I think what people are going for there is the fact that you had Blazer Gill, Rabus, Sylvia Gill, Palorilius. So they were both his minions, so they had to get their dragon form somewhere, even though I'm pretty sure they were both just Ataractian dragons who could shapeshift.
yeah, that was my understanding of the lore too, that they were just dragon shapeshifters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but I thought that was Sylvia's clan, not Gil's.
Blazer was well, yeah, it was. And Blazer and Sylvia were clanmates at one point, and then I think it was like Gil Lapis was essentially enslaving them.
It was when Blazer got into
Okay.
his weird clown phase that she was like,
Ugh,
I don't know about this guy.
hate clowns.
That was right after the car phase. Uh,
Yes.
but then just for
But the
those of you who don't get
sponsorships
that
from
joke,
Chevy.
it's a type of car. So the next one we actually have is Millist, which looks interesting. Uh, so I mean, well, actually, let's mention there's Millist, and then there's actually one later here which has
Mujdart.
whoa, Moonstar, and it actually I don't know if this is intentional, but look at Moodstart's eyes. I mean, like the red things on her arm kind of look
Gleipnir.
like Lipnir. Yeah,
No,
and
it
she
is.
has.
If you watch the trailer, it's pretty much confirmed to be Gleipnir.
Oh, okay, oh, okay, all right. See, this is why I should watch this. Then the
Yes,
next
yes,
picture.
Kurtz.
Listen, man. The next picture is feasting protecting Kaguya, which means I guess Kaguya's back. Uh, then I have no idea what this one
I
after it's supposed to be. It
I'm
looks very
it yeah
Egyptian, kind of,
yeah I was
like
about to
in
say it
the
looks
headdress.
definitely Egyptian with the headdress and the goatee
Yeah,
because it's definitely got that stereotypical.
yeah, yeah. I don't know what it's supposed to be though. It looks cool. Well, I'm excited to see what it is.
I mean, probably
Some
a
awesome
hellhound.
artwork.
I mean,
I probably
I'm looking at the comments here, and some people are thinking it's like Emmet or Amut or maybe Bastet. You know, I guess they're just naming off different
different Egyptian
Egyptian.
gods.
Yeah, exactly, and stuff. Maybe I'm not
I
very
mean,
familiar with Egyptian
I would love for
culture
them.
or their
I would love for them
lore or
to
religion.
bring those in.
Yeah, no, that would be real cool. I'd be all about it.
Yeah, give me a new bit. That'd be awesome. Then we have another one of Kaguya. So again, she is totally back.
Um, I'm gonna throw out a possible suggestion here. Considering Cthulhu's are becoming more of a sub-theme again, Bastet was a Resonator Cthulhu, even though it was an Egyptian god.
Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't be
Very true.
surprised if this were a
That
Cthulhu.
might be her unsealed form.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see, based off the image afterwards, being Kaguya, I think we might see a new Kaguya ruler, which I'd be completely
Maybe.
fine with. Or a Resonator.
I honestly could see, just looking at this thing, I could see it just being a chant that does something. I don't know. It just looks kind
True.
of chanty.
I
There's a lot of
guess.
butterflies.
Next one is Lumia though, and she has a sword, so probably a ruler.
Possibly a ruler,
I
possibly a
hope.
Maybe.
Resonator, because I don't know.
And
Have they
Jordan did.
actually gone back and when when in the same set, if you've seen a ruler that's become a Resonator, has it ever gone back to being a ruler again?
Kaguya.
But Kaguya went
Yep.
from wait, in
Technically,
which
yes.
cluster?
Oh, are you talking in the
From
same cluster?
in the no, because she went from
Oh,
bamboo
okay,
color
because
to then.
yeah,
Uh,
'cause she went in MOA. She was a resonator,
yeah.
and then she got.
Yeah, and then you got K3, but in
Hmm.
regards to the same cluster, I don't know if they'll, I don't know, I'm just finding weird patterns and things that maybe don't exist.
Well, like in the lore, she got unfrozen. Like when they got there, she was frozen, and now she's not. So I could totally see her now being back to being a ruler.
I'd love to
Maybe.
see that actually. Lumia was one of my favorites.
It looks like I
Yeah, she was
think
pretty
either
cool.
way, I think she's gonna still be red, blue, white. Cause look at the sword; it's got all the colors on it.
It's got water
Mm,
and fire, and yeah.
Yeah. And Jordan did say they were pushing more towards some
multicolored
multicolored
themes.
stuff,
He did say
which
that
I'm all
indeed.
about.
Oh, I'm all about that. I'm totally for it.
We already touched on
I think
the
though
mood stuff.
one thing to also point out with the Mooj Dart is I think the creature that she's riding in slash on is definitely a Cthulhu.
Probably, or probably, probably. And I don't know what this next art's supposed to be,
It's pretty.
cause like it's yeah, it's obviously a water. Uh, I don't know what it's supposed to be though. I can't think. I guess maybe Atlantis. That's like what the one comment is, but that's the only sort of underwater city I can think of.
I don't know if there are mermaids and whatnot. This could have something to do with mermaids.
But I don't
Very true.
think there were really in.
There was a couple, but they
Original
were
Grand
like
Block.
fairy tale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
there
was
was
Well,
like
I
the Little
mean, we had
Mermaid.
Little Mermaid of
yeah,
Tragic Love, so
Yeah.
if that's supposed
that's
to be
true.
based off
That's
that,
true.
this could be that city, which would essentially
Which I
it is
think,
Atlantis, isn't it? Or is that just
yeah,
a Disney name?
it's either Atlantia or Atlantis. I don't remember exactly what it is. It's some spin of
Interesting difference.
Atlantis. Yeah, exactly.
Next guy looks
He is
pretty
angry.
He's pretty
badass.
miffed.
He may be the what is that whole group that Mars and Mercurius
Seven
are in?
Luminary.
He may be one of them. I wouldn't be surprised. Because like that's
Nah, I
a
could see it.
very
He's got
epic
the face
art and
mask.
totally
All
looks.
both
Yeah.
Mars and Mercurius have the strange face mask, and he has that.
Confirmed. You heard it here first. Then the last one's just a stone. No idea if it's normal or not.
Maybe
We won't know.
Grubalesta?
Hmm.
Maybe? I don't know.
No,
Maybe
I don't.
I don't. I hope
Well,
they don't bring those back.
That's
yeah, I
also
really
a
hope they
I
don't.
decaying
did
samurai
not.
next to it. So
That's
Yeah.
true.
I don't know if it's
Yeah, I don't
still.
know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll find out as they come
Yeah,
out.
that one's hard to call.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Alright, so now that we got past that, let's talk about Worlds. So that was this past weekend. Aaron Miles won. Gotta make sure I said the right Miles brother. Or as the stream said, Aaron Kateki. It's a shame he had to play his other brother in the finals. But congrats to him, and then Quinn came in second, and so US had a fantastic showing. It's 5 out of the top 8, right? It
I
was
believe
four or
so.
five.
It was 4 or 5. Yeah, it was a very good showing for the U.S.
At least half, if not a majority, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Not, I don't really want to touch too much on the meta because I don't think it's gonna translate out of
Not at all.
the limited set. Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
dealing
no,
with a
not at all.
150 card pool to a 550 card pool.
You go
Plus,
from a not to a lot.
yeah.
So,
Plus, if we were to
yeah.
try and speculate, the only thing we'd have to go on is Charlotte really that good? Time
Well,
may tell.
I don't think so. The whole format was just ramp into
Ramp into
big
your bombs.
drops. And so, obviously, Charlotte makes sense there. So you can just refill your hand. That makes complete sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like comparative,
Yeah.
probably the best ruler for that. Besides maybe Fiese.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, so is there anything else we want to cover with World before we move on?
No, I think we
Think
got everything we needed to. We extended the congratulations we needed to, and touched on what deck was dominant there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Alright, you guys want to talk about the Battle Simulator?
Oh boy, do I.
Oh, do you mean
Oh,
the bad duel simulator?
ooh, Andrew sounds like he's got a
Ooh.
rant. I know he spent 2 hours
I
trying to get to work and failed earlier this week.
Yeah, we did. That was awful. 'Cause I mean, I know we kind of wanted to stream it, but now I don't want to stream it at all until they take care of some of those issues that they have with it.
I mean, I'd be fine with it as long as we can figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, it's
If
I don't know, like
I think their UI is a little like, as much as I love the look of the UI in terms of starting games, some more text and more, windows saying, "Hey, you're going in the right direction," would be appreciated. Because while I am
yeah.
technologically savvy, there's many people who aren't.
Yeah,
I'm
and the thing with the game, especially like putting it out, I mean, I get it, it's in beta, and I looked at the producers, and it looked like it was a very small group of people that built the entire thing. I think there was only 3 programmers total that made the entire program, but the fact that you have to use port forwarding and they don't really give you much information on that probably wasn't the best thing, especially since that's not like it's not super difficult to do, but most people aren't really going to understand what you're doing or why you're doing. And I mean, I've seen quite a few people just posting their IP addresses in the group, which is not quite the best thing to be doing.
I mean, if you have a firewall, you're fine.
Yeah, you're right. If you and most people have a firewall, but still, it's should be wary about sharing your IP address with people. Not that you can't do it. It's just gotta be a little careful with that. But it
Yeah,
is quite inconvenient.
yeah. I mean, but I think it'll get there. Like we have to keep in mind, it is a beta. They could have
Mhm.
easily held on to it for another 3 or 4 months, but they knew it was something we were clamoring for, so they said, "All right, it's gonna be rough, but here it is. Here's what we've got so far."
Very true. And like I like it. Like I think it looks really nice and like for the most part acts very smooth. I can't really talk about the battles because we haven't gotten to work yet. I've been trying to get like set up a LAN with like Hamachi or something too. I haven't gotten anywhere with that myself, but no, I think it looks really nice, and I'm really excited to see the final product. So that's at least a plus that it has gotten me excited for it. I just wish that the beta was a little easier for just the masses to have access to.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just need to spend some more time banging our heads against the wall, and then we'll figure it out. Or if someone
Yeah,
wants to
I
How it
agree.
explain it,
works.
that'd be all.
Yeah, if anyone wants to explain it to us and send us
Explain it to
detailed
me like I
instructions,
am five, because I know nothing when it comes to IPs and all that crap.
you're I'm good with the hardware, not the software.
Sure. I mean, I'm not a
I mean, in
computer
terms of
scientist
computers,
either.
I mean, I know hardware, but I know almost nothing about software and all this port forwarding BS.
I
Yeah,
know
I'm
what a
not.
computer is.
Yeah, I'm no computers. I'm no computer scientist, and I'm not much of a network um, person either. I mean, I'm familiar with this stuff from just my own work, from what I do, but it's not quite this. I kind of have an idea, but it's. I don't know. I think it could have been executed it better.
But I
We'll
mean,
see.
I will say there's definitely positives from the battle simulator having an entire library of non-watermarked cards on
Oh, absolutely.
in the install files.
Mm-hmm.
Only
It's
thing that I
great.
wish they had were the little chibi emoticons because they're
I know. I
adorable.
want to use them other places besides in there. They're so adorable.
You couldn't find.
No,
Yeah,
I looked through every file in that folder that you downloaded, and I did not find them unless they're in one of the data folders that you can't do much with those. So, so they're hidden away somewhere, which they have to be. I couldn't find a usable file of them, which I'm really bummed about.
Huh.
So if
Well,
for some
well,
reason,
one good thing, they do have tokens and coins.
yes, they
yes, I
do.
saw
They do
those.
have
Those look
tokens.
real.
Yes. Yeah, like I think it looks real nice. The program actually looks really nice, and it feels pretty good. I want to actually bang my head against the wall a few more times, and if we can play a game, that'll definitely sell me on it. If it feels good playing it, I mean, with what other software we have out here, I'm sure it's going to be, light years ahead of them in terms of gameplay. But, it's just like they gave us a really nice front end, but they didn't give us much back end, which is a little bit of a bummer, but
I think it's coming though.
I
Like
think
I
so
said,
too. I think it would be a poor choice for them if they didn't have it coming, and I'm sure they're working on it, but they wanted to get this out, and I'm sure they were having difficulties because that kind of thing is not easy to do, especially for a small company like Force.
I do also like the fact that it has a record feature built into it. May not be relevant
Yes.
for a lot of people, but that's super nice for us. That makes it
Oh,
really
absolutely.
easy
So with
for when we
with
actually figure
articles,
this out. We can start
exactly.
doing gameplay videos.
Exactly, and when we write articles, we can actually record games so people can watch gameplay of the decks we're talking about. It'd be fantastic. I'll be real excited for it.
We just need the entirety of New Frontier
Yeah,
first.
that'll be
Oh,
good.
But alright, so we said our piece about that. Um, so moving on, let's talk about states. As I mentioned, it's not next weekend, it's the weekend after. I know Andrew's going. I know I'm not going. I have no idea if Andrew's or Lane's going.
I can go. I
There you
Excellent.
go.
just got news
Excellent.
that
We'll
I
be
don't have to
going.
sit in my house and be boring.
Hooray! You can come and play cards. You can sit in another building and well, not be boring,
And
but
be kind of boring, depending
I
on the
mean,
meta.
depending upon the meta. I think the meta is going to be fine.
Yeah, let's talk about that, 'cause that's what I really wanted to talk about this. Not just rant for like 15 minutes like we did last time.
Segway.
Yeah, that one was good.
It was
That
a pretty
one
good one.
was yeah. All right. Uh, what do you guys think it's good?
So calling it now, stealth is gonna be there. It's gonna be in the meta. It's gonna be a good deck still.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. Uh, I'm curious to see who ends up being the ruler for it.
I'm
I
interested
think
in that too because there's a couple rulers it could be, in my opinion.
yeah, I think you're looking at Zero, Yogg, maybe Charlotte as strong contenders.
I also think Mikage actually might not be a terrible stealth ruler as well.
Yeah, I was thinking Makage's there. Also, Xion. I mean, I played it before the new stuff came out, and it was completely
Xion
okay.
stealth.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Huh.
yeah. I mean, the Hydros plus Xion gives you the ability to not draw dead discard spells late game, which is really good. And I mean,
That's
plus
very true.
you just trigger all your self stuff. Then you're just like, alright, I can either flip into another one, or I can just get like a Celestial and Lucifer and just have that.
Interesting. I never thought about Shion stealth. So that's an interesting option. I mean, it's worth looking into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think stealth's probably gonna be really big. Um, I
The turbo
think
hook's probably going to see a lot of play because of the hype around it.
yeah, but I think that's gonna fizzle out real quick. I don't think it's that good.
Yeah, I mean, I played a little bit, and I mean, like, Hook does have some impact, but I don't think he has as much impact as people think he does
Uh-huh.
on the board state. So I think he's good, and I think that deck is going to be strong. But I think I don't know, it might be tier like 1.5. I don't know if it's quite going to be top meta stuff, but I definitely agree that we'll see it there because people are
Well,
hyping it up real big.
I can say from having played Turbo Xion, which had Hook, I like think I flipped Hook maybe one out of like 8 games because it was just like I'd rather just have the Celestial Lucifer. It's just that much better.
Yeah, it's a lot
And
more proactive.
I think Turbo Xion's gonna be there too because just it's a very powerful deck. I think.
I think that
Another
in
thing
terms of other things. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know if I was literally about to steal what you were going to say. I was going to say Machina and Machines is definitely going to be another deck because it didn't really lose anything. Well, no, it didn't lose anything. Um, yeah, I think it's still good.
You actually were indeed on the same mindset that I was. But
I am
yeah, it
sorry for
didn't
stealing it.
lose nor it's all good. It didn't lose nor gain anything in term. Well, actually, it gained one thing. It You're now able to change your Moonbreeze elves for the Sacred elves, which might be more relevant because I remember some machine lists would end up running the Wall of Wind and whatnot to protect their early pieces. But who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, but I definitely think Machines is still strong enough to be a contender in the meta.
Yeah, I think so. I think um, I'm gonna talk about the other boogie, quote unquote boogeyman, uh, feasting, yeah, turbo feasting. Um, I think they both fall into the same sort of position, and I know we've talked about it before with we've talked about I'm blanking on the name, Affinity in Modern, um, and how prior to all of the bans and it going wild with Eldrazi, um, it was a solid tier 1.5 because it was always there. It could put up results, but there's the sort of thing where you had to respect it and have answers for it. And if you do, you can 100% disrupt its game plan enough that you can beat it. And I think both of those decks fall into that category. I think we're gonna see him. I think we're gonna see him topping occasionally, or depending on how the meta falls out, we're gonna see him topping maybe more than occasionally. But I think on average, they're not gonna necessarily win a lot.
Yeah. On the just touching on Affinity, just because I played that deck for literally all of Modern, it was actually tier one. It was the best aggro deck to play hands down. Its biggest downfall was it was so easy to hate on it, like debilitatingly hate on it, and it was very susceptible to like what sideboard cards people were playing. And I agree that Feasting is very much the same way. The deck is very powerful, but like super easy to hate on. So we're gonna see it top. Like it's gonna wax and wane, I think, just like Affinity does, where it's good sometimes when people aren't, boarding enough hate in and not respecting it as much, and then they're gonna put more hate in, so it's gonna wane back down. And then, once they don't see it, people are gonna pull sideboard cards out for something else. So I agree with where you were going there, Gerds, that it's definitely gonna be one of those decks that you need to respect, but it's easily stoppable.
Yeah, like I just think it's a deck that it has a game plan. It's not a solid. It has a solid game plan. Um, but I think it really has to maybe not overextend, but it has to extend pretty far to really execute that plan well. And I think I think it can just really stumble and fall to any mild disruption if it doesn't draw well. And I just don't think it could be not consistent enough. It's not the next tier 0 deck by any means.
It's no Alice's World.
No, God no. Because World had the whole problem with World wasn't the cards they made up. It was honestly Reflect. Because you could turbo out the Guiver.
Morgiana.
No, but here's the thing.
Morgiana was Morgiana with Reflect was nuts.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's the difference between the Feasting Turbo and World. They both play the same game plan, right? But then with World, and I'm talking about the one that we had in the last New Frontiers, the end-all be-all of that format, literally. You got to that point where you powered out the Glider, and then you just flipped to Reflect, and you could just control the game solely on that card. And just be at the point where you didn't need anything else, and the Glider was enough. And I don't think Feasting can do that, is what I'm trying to say.
I would agree with you on that point, that Feasting is very much a different kind of ruler than Reflect was.
All right.
Yeah, not saying it's or anything, but I don't think it's the end all be all. I think we're going to go into a actually pretty balanced format, honestly, and I'm super excited for it.
From playing games, like just like at our local events and just kind of play testing among the team, like I'm really excited. This meta actually feels really balanced. Like there's some good control decks, there's some like aggro decks. That's another thing. I mean, like it's gonna be there. Red aggro is gonna be there. I don't think we'll be able to escape
as long
it.
as Brendan's breathing, it's gonna be there.
There will be.
as long as Brendan is there, it will in fact be there.
No, but like I mean, I think that's actually going to be a thing as well. I don't know who the ruler would be. Maybe Nyarla, maybe Mars. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
And y'all are forgetting. I'm forgetting his name too.
Yeah. Who are we forgetting? I don't know.
Legitimately blank.
Let me help you. Is it Melgus?
From Curse of the Frozen
It is
Castle.
Melgus. That's what.
Melgus, you're welcome. You're welcome. I wasn't sure if it was Melgus or Sylvia.
I don't think Melgus is that bad.
No, Melgus isn't terrible. I mean, he was the alternate to Baja during the Baja days, so
Yeah, and
he
he
can't be
still
that
was.
bad. He's still
He's
pretty
still
good.
very potent for pushing damage through. So
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And now with the new flip thing, even if he goes or well, I guess it's not called astral. Is there even a term for what happens when you
I
kill a
think it's
ruler?
just they
no,
die, flip
it
back,
just
and
goes
Okay.
lose the
back
ability to
and
judge.
loses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, with Melgus, you flip back and you still have the burn your opponent for 200 for 2 red, which is that helps him. That gives him a little boost, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what ends up happening, and I think states are going to be a nice indication of what's to come, unless we end up running into a situation where states is really diverse, and by the time the first AGP rolls around for the next season, we're back to a hey, this is what you should be playing if you want to win kind of meta.
Well, um, I may be wrong, but I think the the next big event is gonna be Nats, because if I remember correctly, the AGPs didn't start until the beginning of the year, like sometime in January or February. So we A, have Nats before then, and B, also have Lost Legacy before then, which releases, I think, literally the week before Nats.
I think
Oh,
you're right there. I think all the AGPs didn't start until after the winter Nats, whatever you want to call it, the one right at the start of the year. So I think you're right. With the metal will be shaken up by that point anyway.
And I mean, again, it could still happen.
It could
Oh
still
wait, when's
happen.
the Masters? Oh, the Masters thing is in 2017. Never mind. It's in June. Why is it in June? Oh God.
God, June in
It's in-
Vegas, that sucks.
I know.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we're gonna we have some downtime pretty much, and there may be some other ARG events that I just forget, but or don't know about. But I think the next major thing is nationals.
Maybe they'll put some Wanderer events in between that time. That'd be sweet. I'd be excited for that.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
That's actually a good idea. I don't think we'll see it this year, but that'd be a really cool idea for next year.
I think it would be cool, like have like your normal New Frontier season, and then once Worlds is done, do new like have like a Wanderer thing until the next New Frontier season starts. So you kind of have like a little mini season that's just Wanderer. That maybe that people from there can still get into Worlds, but it gives like a way to do something with that format. Since there is that bit of a lull, a couple months where there's not really any events, it
Yeah.
might be a cool thing.
I don't know. I
That would
think the way
actually.
the Wanderer format's really going to thrive is by honestly just local support. Because through local support, I don't, as much as I hope that Force of Wilco actually supports the format on a large scale, I don't know what their real intention's going to be considering AGP. Like, it seems like their New Frontiers format has been their bread and butter throughout their entire existence.
Yeah, and I mean, even and if you look at like a big game like Magic, how they work, I mean, honestly, let's think of it from a business perspective. You want to support the New Frontiers because it's a rotating format. It helps sell your new product that you're pushing out. So it makes sense to support that the most. And I mean, even with Magic, there's eternal events, but they're not. There's nothing at like the full professional level, and I don't really want to talk about that kind of thing. But I'm just saying as an example, like I
They
feel like
they
maybe
used to.
they used to, but there is some issues. So, but I don't really want to go into those issues because we're not a Magic podcast. But
Yeah, and I was never close enough to really
yeah, I was there and
know.
I remember, but it's been a while, so I don't even have all the facts straight that I could remember accurately anyway. But I think I would agree that locals is definitely where like the bread and butter of the Wanderer format's gonna be. And I could see like maybe one, maybe two AGPs like for the year, like just have two Wanderer AGPs, just 'cause support the format a little bit.
Definitely. And maybe like depending on who the popular rulers end up becoming through the the Wanderer format as the meta changes, because they have the Grim promo as the first official Wanderer promo, maybe end up taking like different rulers that were popular during their era and releasing them as full art promos.
That would be
Ooh, give me
super
a
cool.
Scheherazade.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh
Because
man.
they gave Grim new art, so if they were to give that same treatment to
I'll
other
just take a full
rulers,
art.
Yeah, very true.
I'll take
Very
an
true.
Uber. That'd be fine.
speaking of
That's a card that I
Ubers,
hope comes back.
do do we know when the Force of Will point Ubers are supposed to be coming around? I've seen
No
a few different
clue.
They're
answers, but
supposed. I think they're supposed to send out at the end of this month.
okay,
That would be
sweet.
awesome. I'm
Is
really
what I've
excited for
seen.
mine.
Um, going around.
Yeah,
Super
hopefully so.
excited for that.
And they
And then
probably have a
hopefully,
crap ton to take care of with that.
probably,
So hopefully
just
they're the
hopefully that
new.
nobody screwed up their entries.
Yeah, I hope so. I would really
We'll
be
see.
so upset if mine got screwed up somehow. I waited quite some time for them to fix all that stuff, but I'm still just like, the back of my mind, I'm like, please, please, I want my Ubers. Don't lose them.
I mean, they're still theirs. Like they have a record of it, I think. So I think you could get straightened out. I hope that they have the new layout. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, I really do.
Ooh, the new layout would be awesome, because, I mean, like, I remember people were super upset about the new layout when it first came out, but I love the new layout. It looks fantastic.
I don't think I've seen any complaining about the new layout since the set dropped.
Yeah, the new layout, like, it gives it such a unique look, and I love it. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah. Well, I think we've gone on long enough. I did look up. There is one or two other ARGs in the time span. There's one in um, that's Maryland, right? Springfield's in Maryland, right?
Does it say the
It
initials of
says
the state
MA.
there?
That's Maryland,
Yeah,
right?
that's Maryland. Yeah, that's
Cool.
Maryland. Right? Or wait, is that Massachusetts?
Oh, it's Massachusetts. I don't know my cities.
MR,
It
I think
says
MR
You
is
mean your
Maryland.
states?
no, 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 no. I was talking about Springfield. I know
Oh,
what I
okay.
said that time. I
But
know what I
you
That
said.
didn't
time.
know what
But
MA was.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So
But
I'm not wrong, but you're not
yeah,
right either.
I wasn't right in the first place. Um, there's one in Springfield and one in Georgia. Yeah, GA is in fact Georgia because it's
GA is
Atlanta
indeed Georgia.
in
Good
November.
job, Gertz.
And then thanks, man. Then there's the
No
one that is
problem.
also Nats, which is still in Florida,
Yeah.
in Orlando.
Well, the Massachusetts one might not be too bad. We'll see what's going on around that time, but maybe
It's
we'll
the
be there.
weekend. It's the weekend of states. So no.
Oh, never mind. Nope, we won't be there.
I don't know why they did that for the same weekend, but
Yeah,
yeah,
seems like poor planning, but hey, whatever.
whatever. Sure, people will go. If I was in Massachusetts, I'd go to that instead. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But alright. I think that's all we have for this time, unless you guys have anything.
No, I don't have anything else.
Nah, think we're good here.
No? Alright. Thanks for listening.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys later.